And I saw on the programme that he was down to give a talk on Sunday morning for 20 minutes. I was a bit worried because Brenda getting old, I wondered if he might get a bit maudling, and I say that because the year before we sang one of his songs in the meeting and he got a bit upset, and I was a bit bothered. I needn't have been. He was absolutely magnificent. He gave us 3/4 of an hour of absolutely first-class stuff. Poor old commissioner, when it was his turn to follow it, you know, would really write on clothes with him. And one of the highlights was that when Brynja finished speaking, a lot of humour, a lot of laughter, but a lot of serious things as well. And it was suggested that we should sing his song, I Would Be Thy Holy Temple. And we sang it to the original tune. And Brynja, who by now is sitting down looking a bit exhausted, was asked to come and lead it. I tell you, it was a magnificent affair. The singing was superb. It's a lovely building for singing anyway, the training college in London. It's got a lovely resonance to it, and it was jammed to the doors, and we stood and sang with Brynja leading us. I Would Be Thy Holy Temple. He's a good old guy, is Brynja. Marvellous memory. Can tell you what General Booth had for his breakfast in 1921. Absolutely superb with it, but there it was. I was billeting, I was on tour somewhere and billeted with a Methodist minister. The staff songsters were singing in the church somewhere, and I was billeting with the Methodist minister. We had a long conversation about Charles Wesley, and just before I left, he gave me a book which has become a great treasure to me. It contained many songs that I'd not heard before, including some one-verse songs. And this one I thought to be superb. Here's what it says. Saviour, the mystery of thy grace shall be the matter of my praise. That grace which fills the hosts above with joy, astonishment and love. Oh, what a lovely verse that was. Well, let's sing Brynja's verse. We haven't got time to sing it all. If someone would help at the piano, please. I will have to sing it to the Showers of Blessing tune, I guess. Here we go.
I would be thy holy temple, sacred and indwelt by thee. Lord, then could say my conviction, 'tis thy divine charge to me. Take thou my life, Lord, in deep submission I pray, my all to thee dedicating, accept my offering today. Seeking to mirror thy glory, living to answer thy call, each faithful vow now renewing, gladly I give thee my all. Take thou my life, Lord, in deep submission I pray, I all to thee dedicating, accept my offering today.
Wait, verse 3, the last one. Look how it particularly applies to us here this evening. The things that we've been talking about. The first line is a special one for us tonight, I think. Here we go.
Time, health, and talents presenting, all that I have shall be thine. Heart, mind, and will consecrating, no longer shall they be mine. Take thou my life, Lord, in deep submission I pray, my all to thee
woman who came to Jesus and broke some precious perfume over the Lord's feet and washed his feet with her tears and then dried them with her flowing hair. The disciples said, what a waste of a perfume. This could have been sold and the money given to the poor. But Jesus, they added, and she's a sinner, by the way, said others. But Jesus did not think her action to be a waste of time, nor did I think he feels it to be a waste of time if we offer the best that we have got to offer. There will be people who will say, why did the band or the songs just have to be so well rehearsed when they could have spent time in prayer and Bible study? I've had that all my life, you know that. People said that to me, well, all the band, if they'd been praying, but I'm not saying the band shouldn't pray, but if we're going to offer ourselves and our gifts to the Lord, it's got to be the best that we've got. If you want to tell your sweetheart how much you love her, you don't go to the market and find what the cheap perfume, do you? Or the cheapest you can get. Well, this woman didn't do that. She had the very best she could and brought it and broke it over the Lord's feet. I can remember having worked like a dog to get the very best I could. I wanted the singing that we were going to do to be like the perfume, to fill every room with praise and to tell God how much I love him. Because what happened when the perfume went on the Lord's feet, the perfume, the atmosphere went right through every room. Not just where they were, but the whole house was filled with it. And it's a bit like that with our music, our singing, our playing, our writing, our poetry, whatever we have to give. It has to be the very best that we can. And I wanted the singing to be like the perfume, to fill every room with praise, to tell God just how much I loved him. We could have been doing something else, couldn't we? But we weren't. Jesus didn't think the woman's perfume action to be one of waste. The poor were still there, there were hungry mouths to feed, there were the dead to be buried, the lost to be found. The needs of the world pressed in upon him, Jesus, even as he hung upon the cross. But he still thought it was worthwhile and a lovely action that the lady gave to him. We need to cultivate a sensitive spirit, I think, to know when God is speaking to us, or to know when he's speaking to somebody else. It's so easy to crash in and out of someone's lives without really knowing what you're doing. And we need to cultivate ourselves that sensitivity and as we bring our gifts. Now I do think, and I know that you think it as well, because those I've spoken to today and yesterday, and I've been speaking about their music, I have the feeling that you all want to be the very best it can be. We don't want to offer the Lord that which is, what's left over after we've done something else. It's a bit like that with time, isn't it, nowadays, in particular. Well, we've got this to do, we've got that to do, we've got the telly to see, we've got to go somewhere in the car, we've got the shopping to do. If there's any time left, we'll give it to the Lord. It's not going to do very much for us, is it? There used to be a time when our first thought was the time we had left after the Lord got it, that was ours to spend. And I'm sure that was the idea of the early day Salvationists. What time they had left after they'd done God's work, that was it. And of course they lived and worked in a time when it was very difficult to do so, when opposition was very strong, was violent, and people even lost their lives, as I was telling some people here this afternoon, as they tried to witness to the grace and power of Jesus Christ. So we need our perfume that we give, that which we can offer to God, needs to be the very best, and given willingly, not giving grudgingly. if the Lord, here's a story. Eric Ball in his latter days didn't really know how much money he'd got. He'd no idea. When his wife died, Eric didn't know if they got 5pence or if they got, he just didn't know. But he was anxious that any money he received from the music which he had published, which is called public PRS, Performing Rights Society. The money that came in from that, he wanted to go to the Goodwill Service in the Salvation Army. And in Eric's final days, when I was talking to him, he said to me, Norman, do make sure that money from PRS goes to the Goodwill. This is what he wanted to do. I thought it was lovely. I'd just like to tell you that the last time I saw Eric, he was very ill in hospital. And we'd gone down to see him, my wife and I. And he knew my wife very well because as a little girl, Eric and Olive didn't have children. And Jill became really part of their family, and then she got on holiday with them and all that kind of thing. Anyway, we went to see Eric the last few months, and Jill said to him, well, we won't be here tomorrow, Eric, we've got to go back. We've got to go back to London. Norm's back at work tomorrow. And Eric, who at that point was sort of part conscious, then not conscious, then he'd come to life, then back, he was sort of drifting. She was standing one side of the bed, I was the other. He said, well, if you don't come, I shan't see you again, I better give you my blessing. At which point he caught hold of my hand this side of the bed, my wife's hand that side of the bed, and lifted us heavenward and said, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost. Amen. We put our arms down. Eric died not very long after. But it was a lovely thought. This was something that he could give to us. I want you to listen to something this evening. It's a song. It's number.